value hardware and garage. And by the Campus Book Exchange.
Let down your guard, honey, just about the time you think it's all right. Break down, take down your best
Good evening and welcome to California University's Hamer Gymnasium on the campus of California University, where tonight the Eastern Regional semifinal game will be California and Pace. Pace coming in with a record of 23-5. California with a record of 21-1. I'm Matt Lucas along with my partner Timmy Brown. And Tim, what does California have to do to take on this very difficult Pace team tonight?
One thing California has to do tonight is they're going to have to be patient on defense. Pace comes out and plays a real slow basketball game, sort of like what Princeton does. And second thing, California is going to have to be able to not stop, but contain Bert, what's the player I'm looking for? Bert, you know who I'm talking about. I'll tell you later.
Pace comes in number one in the nation in defense, giving up over 49 points a game. Their offense is very slow, meticulous. One of the reasons was, Tim, coming into the season, they only had 6 players due to injuries and players moving on to different schools. They had to find a way to win. They come in usually a run-and-gun team. Now they slow it down, used to Princeton.
Yes, and the person I was talking about was Bert Brisbane. Yeah, and like you said, Pace lost some players this year, and the coach wanted to rebuild, and he decided to do something different. And so he's playing a slow-down game, and it's been successful for them. So, you know, whatever's making you successful, let's do that.
California, though, on the other hand, must be very patient on offense as well as defense. Tim, you don't want to say anything, but if they fall behind by a lot, it could be a very long night for them, because for the one reason, they're going to be playing a team that likes to slow things down.
Yes, another key for California is that they're going to have to jump on Pace early and get out to a lead so they can start doing the things that they do, such as getting out and running a fast break. You don't want to fall behind against Pace and Pace start to slow the game down.
California coming in with a record of 28-1, 26 in a row. Tim, everything's been going right for California. You know, you're going to have to wonder. You say, we talked earlier, perhaps thought they peaked too early, but now it appears they're doing just well. Everything's been clicking for them, even their foul shooting down the stretch.
Hey, I talked to the guys today on the team, and they're very confident about going into tonight's game. They're focused on what they have to do. I think this is going to be a very interesting game tonight.
Well, the stage is set. Timmy and I will be back with more right after this. The opening tip coming up right here on Channel 29.
Jesus.
For 58 years, the Visa family has provided the Mon Valley with a selection of quality engineered Chryslers and Plymouth cars and vans, a great selection of clean used cars, and a 5-star service department. Hi, this is Bud Visa from Visa Motors, Chrysler, Plymouth, and Belle Vernon. I'd like to invite all of you to visit our store so we can show you our selection of new Chryslers and Plymouths and wide selection of used cars on our 50-car lot. While you're here, we'd also like you to take a look at our antiseptic service area. We especially look forward to your visit, because at Visa Motors, we strive to have no unhappy customers. The Visa family cares about you as a customer.
58 years of satisfied customers is what Visa Motors is all about. Visa Motors, Chrysler, Plymouth, Broad Avenue, North Belle Vernon.
You got the right one, baby.
You got the right one, baby.
You got the right one, baby.
You got the right thing.
You got the right one.
Everybody.
Oh, tired Pepsi. Baby, you got the right one.
There's only one right one, baby. You got the right one, baby.
With 100% NutraSweet.
Touchdown, Mansfield.
Mr. Jones?
Yeah, kid.
You can have this, Mr. Jones.
Really? Thanks, kid.
See ya.
Hey, kid. Cat.
There's There's an easier way to get all your California University sportswear. Stop by the Campus Book Exchange. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and conveniently located on the lower level of the Student Union, the Campus Book Exchange carries a complete line of name-brand college apparel, including Wolf, Arctex, and gear. They also stock everything else you'll need to be a star at California University.
Never mind, Mr. Jones. I'm going to the Campus Book Exchange.
The Campus Book Exchange, your one-stop bookstore.
Hey, kid! Kid? Kid!
In 1917, Brownsville General Hospital began serving area families. Today, Brownsville Hospital is an ultra-modern facility offering state-of-the-art health care. Brownsville's emergency room is available to meet the needs of the community 24 hours a day. Brownsville's highly experienced staff has the latest medical equipment and technology available so that you and your loved ones will receive prompt, efficient emergency care. Neighbors caring for neighbors. Brownsville General Hospital, state-of-the-art health care right here at home.
Now, True Test Easy Care comes in 2 new finishes to give you 3 ways to paint your home's interior. True Value hardware stores recommend original Easy Care latex flat enamel in any room because its beautiful low sheen finish scrubs clean. Or get the decorator look with new Easy Care flat paint, the velvet finish that washes and wears. And for smooth durability, choose new scrubbable Easy Care latex semi-gloss.
At Ernie Miller's Hardware and Variety in downtown California, Pennsylvania.
In 1917, Brownsville General Hospital began serving area families. Today, Brownsville Hospital is an ultra-modern facility offering state-of-the-art health care. Brownsville's professional staff employs the latest technologies and procedures to provide you and your loved ones with the finest health care. From emergency room treatment on up through intensive care and skilled nursing facilities, Brownsville Hospital is here for you. Neighbors caring for neighbors. Brownsville General Hospital, state-of-the-art health care right here at home.
Catch all the Vulcan action, only on Channel 29.
Good evening and welcome back to Hamer Gymnasium on the campus of California University. The team's right now going through pregame warm-ups right before the beginning of this semifinal game between the California Vulcans and the Pace Setters. Pace from New York City. They are a member of the New York City Athletic Conference. There we go, Timmy. Matt Lucas along with Timmy Brown. And Timmy, the last 2 times these 2 teams met, it was in the ECAC Conference playoffs 2 years ago. Pace won 65-56, but then again, it was a very different Pace team. The way their offense was set up was very different than what it is tonight.
Yes, back then they didn't play the style of basketball that they're going to be playing tonight. They played more of a regular offense. They didn't come down and hold the ball for 35 seconds like they're going to do tonight when they get the chance.
Pace is coached by Daryl Holleran. California comes in with a record of 28-1 last week. They won the PSAC title, the whole conference title that was. They topped Edinburgh in the final game there. California 17-0 at home. Pace comes in with a record of 23-5. Last weekend they topped Adelphi and they lost to St. Rose in the NYCAC tournament. And this is their first appearance in the NCAA. And Tim, how do you think these players are going to react being their first time ever in a big game like this?
Oh, I'm sure the guys are going to come out playing on emotions. They're going to play on adrenaline. And you may see some guys get tired earlier in the game because they're so excited to be playing right now.
The one man California will have to stop tonight will be Brett Brisbane. He averages 19.5 points a game, and he's their leading scorer. as well as a senior. This team's pretty much like California, Timmy. They have 4 seniors and 1 junior starting. That junior a guard. California the same way. 4 seniors and 1 junior. That 1 junior being Ray Gutierrez, and he's a guard. So it should be a pretty well-matched game. The winner of the first game, Philadelphia Textile, 83-70 over St. Rose College. And we're going to turn it over to PA announcer Dave Smith for the introductions, the national anthem, and everything else that goes with it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to California University Hamer Gymnasium and the NCAA Division II East Regional Men's Basketball Tournament. Tonight's second game features the Setters from Pace University against the California University Vulcans. At this time, we ask that you stand as Miss Tracy Maple sings our national anthem.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good job, Trace. The NCAA promotes sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated on our grounds for removal from the site of competition. Also, consumption or possession of alcohol beverages is prohibited. The tournament game committee is Dr. Charles Ebersole, Commissioner of the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference, Mr. Chris Bledsoe, Commissioner of the New York Collegiate Athletic Conference and the Athletic Director at Pace University, and Mr. Tom Pucci, Athletic Director at California University. And now for tonight's participants. From Manhattan, New York City, representing the New York Collegiate Athletic Conference, Pace University, ranked number 11 in the nation with a record of 23-5. And from California University, the number 1 team in the nation, the Vulcans, with a record of 28-1. And now tonight's starting lineups. From Pace University, at a forward position, a 6'3" senior from Staten Island, New York, number 34, Matt Santamoro. From California University, a 6'3" senior from Morgantown, West Virginia, number 32, Rick Hill. At a forward position for Pace University, a 6'4" senior from Trinidad, the West Indies, number 25, Bert Brisbane. And for the Vulcans, a 6'5" senior from Timminsville, South Carolina, number 35, James Kirkland. Starting at center for Pace University, a 6'5" senior from Lindenhurst, New York, number 45, Keith Jacklich. For the Vulcans, a 6'7" senior from Ridgeland, South Carolina, number 25, Kenny Toomer. Starting at the guard positions for Pace University, a 5'10" senior from Sparta, New York, number 15, John Deeb. For the Vulcans, a 6'1" junior from Williamstown, West Virginia, number 13, Raymond Gutierrez. At a guard position for Pace University, a 6'2" senior from Hillsdale, New Jersey, number 31, Matt Baldini. For the Vulcans, at a guard position, a 6'1" senior from Sandusky, Ohio, number 10, Chris Williams. Pace University head coach Darrell Holleran, assisted by John Byrne and Mark Wiseman. For the Vulcans, it's Jim Boone, Phil Stewart, Glenn Gutierrez, Adrian Townsend, and Glenn Kyle.
So there you have it, the starting lineups for tonight's game. The NCAA Division II Regional Semifinal right here in California. The winner will move on and play Philadelphia Textile tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock. The loser will play the College of St. Rose at 6. Should be a good night of basketball tonight, and still another good night tomorrow night right here at Hamer Gymnasium on the campus of California University.
Yes, I'm expecting a good game tonight and also the other games tomorrow night.
Coaches going through last-minute instructions with their players. Jim Boone telling his Vulcan squad what he expects. Pace conferencing near center court.
To start this game, California's going to have to jump on Pace very quick and get a lead so they can do the things that they want to do, such as running their fast break. They cannot allow Pace to get out and get a lead and slow this game down.
Pace runs the offense similar to the Princeton. One of the reasons is their assistant coach, very good friends with the assistant coach of Princeton, realizing he wasn't going to have the same kind of squad he had for the past couple years due to a numbers problem. Went and instituted the Princeton, and it's worked wonders for them. 23-5 coming in tonight. They played Philadelphia Textile earlier this year, and it was a very, very close game. Let's get the final count here. And California wins the tip. It was Philadelphia Textile 36, Pace 33. Hill off the bat right away, he misses.
That shot right there was a little too quick for Rick Hill to be taking the ball. You know, when you get the ball early in the game, you want to come down the court and make the defense work a little before you take a shot.
There you see Pace spreads it out to the four corners early. Jack Litch, the big guy, he's their center. He's their go-to man in the paint.
And there it is. Pace is slowing the ball down. They're not going to try and take any quick shots. They're going to run about 30, 35 seconds off the clock.
The shot taken by Brett Brisbane. No good. Air ball shut up.
That was good defense right there on Bert Brisbane. You cannot allow Brisbane to start shooting the ball well.
They get it out back to Deeb. Deeb, a junior out of Sparta, New Jersey. Over to Brisbane now. Brisbane, the leading scorer on this team. And there they go. They shot themselves in the foot, Timmy. They wasted too much time. They didn't realize the 45-second clock had run down.
The reason that was because when Brisbane took the shot and the ball went out of bounds, the clock did not reset. They only had 9 seconds to get a shot off.
Toomer, and he nets it. California draws first blood. 1 minute into the ball game, and it's the Vulcans 2. Pace nothing.
Pace is going to be successful. They're going to have to step out on Kenny Toomer in the short corner right there because he can knock that shot down all day long.
Pace is not afraid to stick a three. They've taken 222 on the year. Or rather, they've converted 222. So they are a good shooting team. They like to look for the backdoor cutter as well. For three on the way.
That's what Pace is going to do right there. They're going to be patient with the ball, and they're going to look for a wide open three-point shot or a backdoor cut.
That was Matt Santamoro with the three-pointer. Pace on top, 3-2, Toomer. Above the foul line, no good. Hill with the tip, and he misses that. Rebound, scrap for it, and Hill, and they say he stepped on the baseline. All kinds of hustle down California's end for that bucket.
Hey, Rick Hill's always around the ball. He's diving on the floor early in the game.
Here's the early matchup is California's best defender, Rick Hill, out on Brett Brisbane. And if you want to stop him, that's the way to do it. Put your best defender out there, Timmy.
Yeah, that's one way to stop him. Rick Hill is going to do a very good job on Brisbane tonight. Coach Boone and the rest of the coaching staff has stressed Bert Brisbane very hard in practice all week.
Deeb for three, no good. And Pace gains control of the rebound. Jacklich with a big jumping save.
Hey, that's another thing. California cannot allow Pace to get the ball, get second chances to get the ball, because if they get second chance, they're just going to run more time off the clock.
Ball thrown out of bounds will be California ball. Timmy, last Friday we saw Westchester. They tried to do the same thing at California, and California really took them out of their game. Westchester doesn't usually run that, but they tried it against California. It didn't work, but here Pace does it all year long. You're going to have to wonder how California will do against it. Williams for three, it's blocked. Picks it back up, though. He can get it out to Ray if he wants.
Yes, last week California did not allow Westchester to get out into get a lead on them, so they didn't have to worry about Westchester slowing the ball down. Westchester had to try to play the way California played to keep up with them.
And Toomer gets called for the first personal foul. That'll be his first along with the team first as well. Pace on defense uses a 2-3 zone. California with their man-to-man. You're not going to see them in anything but a man-to-man ever.
That's all you'll ever see. Long as Coach Boone is here, that's all you'll see California play is man-to-man defense.
3-2 is the score. Pace on top. 16:45 remaining in the first half.
And the crowd's starting to chant boring, but this is what got Pace here. And why change what you're doing all year just because the crowd's saying something?
Timmy, you look at the stats at Pace. These 5 guys play almost every minute of every game. They really do not have a bench. California, on the other hand, can go to their bench and use them at will if they need to.
That's California's bench is very deep, and Pace, as you said, does not have a very deep bench, so they cannot afford to get into one of those running games and start picking up silly fouls.
Williams goes through the lane. He draws the foul. The foul will be called on John Deep. That'll be his first along with the team first. Williams will go to the line. So California with a chance to regain a lead once again. They trail 3-2.
Chris Williams has been one of the better free throw shooters on the team all year.
He's a 76% shooter. He gets the first.
Late in the past couple of weeks, California's really stepped up to the line and knocked down the important free throws when he had to.
He misses the second. The game is knotted at 3. See Gutierrez matching up with Baldini. Kirkland and Santa Maria, or Santa Mauro rather.
If California stays in the passing lane, they can get some easy steals on some of these cross-court passes that Pace is making. And that can lead to some easy layups down the other end.
Brisbane misses. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Williams. The Gutierrez in the corner. California very patient. Toomer to the turnaround. He misses. Kirkland with the bounce. And he's able to draw the foul. Nice footwork in the paint by Kirkland to draw that foul.
Yeah, that was a good move right there by James Kirkland. He gets the ball on the block and gives a shot fake and goes up strong. Didn't know the foul occurred while he was on the floor.
James is 21st in the nation in rebounding, averaging 10.1 a game. Teammate Kenny Toomer, he's 15th with 10.3. And Toomer off the glass, too hard. Jacklich pulls it down, and they will bring it up very, very slowly once again. 15.5 remaining. The cutter and steps.
Right there. That was a wide open backdoor cut right there for Pace. And luckily for California, there was a step.
Jacklich seemed surprised he was that wide open. Didn't know what to do after he had the ball. They call him for the steps. California will bring it down with a chance to take the lead once again. This game tied at 3. Nearly 5 minutes gone by. Ray was going to take the 3. Now he does. It's on the way, and it's money.
Hey, you know you're a shooter when you go take a shot fake, go in front the three-point line, then step back behind the three-point line, and then knock it down.
Ray
have a lot of confidence to do that.
Ray shoots 56% from the three-point land. California on top, 6-3. Jacklich. 3 on the way, and good. Credit Matt Baldini with the 3. This game knotted back up at 6.
I think we're going to see a lot of threes tonight.
Williams. No good. Deeb with the rebound.
See, but California just cannot come down. They're going to get the opportunities to get a lot of wide open three-pointers, but they cannot come down the court and take the first wide open three-point shot that they get. They're going to have to make that zone of pace go from one side of the court to the other.
Jacklich to Deeb. Does a nice job of containing his dribble in the paint. He's off balance. Baldini now being guarded by Gutierrez. There you see Pace looking for that backdoor cutter. Nothing doing that time though. They're going to reset. Shot clock down to 9. Deep through the air, hanging, no good.
See, California has to get a body on Pace's offense. They cannot allow them to get these second opportunities in here tonight.
And the lay-in. Keith Jacklitz with the lay-in. Pace on top, 8-6. California now very patient on offense, passing it around.
That's what California's going to have to come down the court and do. They're going to have to make that defense shift some. And it'll be easier to get the ball inside to James Kirkland and Kenny Toomer.
And James knocks this ball game back up at 8. You saw Timmy there. They pass the ball inside to James. 3 people rotate down toward him. Pace very quick at moving toward the ball. Brisbane quiet so far tonight. 0 for 2 in shooting, no points for him. And Pace wants a timeout very quickly. They're going to be called very quickly for the closely guarded 5-second. But they are very quick to call a timeout.
Right there, that was a good job by James Kirkland to jump up in the passing lane, and that what caused Pace to call a timeout because they didn't have anyone to throw the ball to at that time.
Timmy, you look, we're almost 8 minutes into this ball game and only 16 points scored.
Hey,
is it a battle of great defenses right now, or just teams trying to feel each other out?
Right now, it's going to come down who's going to be patient on offense. If California comes down and just jack up the first three-point shot that they get, the first wide-open shot that they get, it's going to be a long night for California. But if they come down, make Pace's defense shift across the court back and forth, and then get the ball inside for easy layups for Kenny and James, eventually this game will be the way California wants it to be.
Timmy, when you were a player, did you ever play against a team that did anything like this at all?
I've never had the opportunity to play against a team that played this type of offense.
I can imagine for the players on the opposing team that aren't used to this, it could be a very, very frustrating game. You really cannot get down on yourself if you're missing shots. One of the reasons is you're not shooting as often as you would in a game, and it's going to be a tough one.
See, and a lot of times the reason teams get frustrated because they get impatient on defense. They don't want to just keep playing defense all the time. They want to sort of force the action, but California cannot force the action. They just got to be patient on defense.
Deeb will bring it up, being guarded by Williams. Jacklich matching up with Toomer.
Now California still want to put pressure on Pace. They don't want to just slack off and not pressure Pace. They still want to pressure him, but they want to have pressure on Pace, but be patient.
And the shot clock expires once again. Timmy, we saw it earlier, we've seen it here, and the last time Pace was forced to take a shot for because they don't watch the shot clock.
See, that's twice right now we've seen it. California's been patient on defense. They're pressuring the ball, and Pace has been called for time 2 times.
James in the paint, acrobatic move, it won't go. Hill with the tip, no good. Brisbane with the board for Pace. This Pace team, #1 team defensive-wise in the country, allowing opponents to only score 49 points a game. They also do quite a good job of out-rebounding opponents as well, and their margin of victory is very impressive as well. California, the #1 team with margin of victory, but Pace right up there as well. And Toomer misses the lay-in, or rather the running one-hander through the lane. Ball bounces back out, picked up by Baldini.
I think we're going to see quite a few 45-second violations tonight, and I think Coach Hollerain from Pace expects that because his team is that's the type of offense that they run, and so he expects that sometimes.
And Brisbane from Deeb off the glass, 2 for him. 10-8, Pace on top. Down to 11 minutes remaining in the first half. California still trying to go inside. Toomer through the paint, off balance, no good. He wanted a foul, but nothing called. Jack Litch pulls it down.
Right there, Pace is they're putting the defense on, and the ball gets inside to Kenny and James. They're closing down real tight on Kenny and James. So what Kenny and James is going to have to do, they're going to have to kick the ball back out to the perimeter players and then reposition themselves.
Deeb for 3, in and out. James with the rebound. And we're going to go the other way. A foul called against Matt Santamoro. That'll be only the team third.
I think this is a good move by Coach Boone, bringing in Todd McLaughlin now for Rick Hill, because Rick Hill is not he's not a three-point threat. And Todd McLaughlin, being a good outside shooter, can help spread this zone some.
You bring in McLaughlin, but when you bring him in, you may gain a little bit more in shooting ability, but you lose a lot on defense, Timmy.
And when California brings in McLaughlin, Pace goes right to a man-to-man. That was a good counter move by Coach Halloran.
And Toomer, having a terrible night shooting, misses again. Kenny, just a big smile on his face right now, Timmy. He knows he's frustrated, but he's got to keep his head in the ball game.
He's got to keep his head in the ball game. He's going to get a lot of easy buckets later on once California starts knocking down some three-point shots.
Brisbane all alone off the glass. He's got 4 points. He's 2 of 4 shooting. 9.5 remaining. Pace by 4, 12-8.
All day long today in practice. That's what Coach Boone talked about. California is going to have to watch the backdoor cuts.
A foul called as Toomer was in the paint. Ball poked away, and it took a look like a little bit of hand to the face. All accidental, of course.
Coach Halloran was not too happy with that call.
They get it into McLaughlin. Now, Timmy, this is where California has to be very, very patient here. Williams, penetration, shot won't go, and a rebound again, pulled down by Pace.
Right now, California's not shooting the ball very well at all. They're missing a lot of shots that they normally hit.
You see Ray Gutierrez trying his best to bottle up Baldini, but Baldini does get it away. There you see Jakelitz, the big center. He's the guy they look to get the ball to in the paint. The shot by Deeb, no good. Weak side rebound pulled down by Raymond.
And Pace does an excellent job of getting back on defense. And that's sort of stopping California from running that break some also.
California that time trying to post exchange, but nobody home. As the ball thrown a little bit behind James Kirkland. Jakelitz again. Kicks it out. Now, Timmy, if Pace wanted to take that shot, they could have, but they said, they're going to pull back out.
Hey, they're going to pull it out for a better shot.
Right there, they find it. Jakelitz with the lay-in, and California is down by 6, and we have 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Toomer gets the turnaround.
I knew it wouldn't take too long before Kenny Toomer started knocking down some shots.
Baldini to Santamora. Jakelitz.
There it is. Like I said, California's getting in the passing lane some.
Oh, and a double whistle at the other end. Brett Brisbane will be called with a foul. And I believe Deeb will be called as well. I heard 2 whistles, Timmy.
I think one was for the goaltending, and then the other was on the foul.
They did get, all right, you're right, Timmy. They gave him the goaltending.
Here it is right there.
Quick hands.
Gets the steal. And there's the foul was after the shot. Brisbane went over the top of James Kirkland's head, but they did call the bucket.
They call the foul on Brett Brisbane. That'll be his second, team fifth. So James goes to the line, and quickly California, should James convert this, is down by 1. And he does. California trails by 1. What a dramatic turn of events. California stuffs the passing lane and comes up with a three-point play.
As I said earlier, if California be patient on defense and stay in the passing lane, they can get some easy steals, just like the one James Kirkland had, because pace makes a lot of cross-court passes.
And quickly, Kirkland checks out of the ball game. In there, replacing him, Manessa native Chad Scott. So Scott in there, getting some valuable quality playing time right now. He's very tenacious on defense as well. That's why he's in there. Also in the ball game, checking in for pace, number 41. Behan.
Right there, California did not have any help side defense. Nobody rotated over to pick up the, who is that, number 34 there?
Santa Moro.
There it is. California's just got to be patient on offense. Make that zone move some. They can get those wide open three-point shots.
The ball game knotted at 16 now. 6:15 remaining in the first half. Jackowitz gets it to go. Pace by 2. Toomer, we're knotted back up at 18. Baldini. To Deeb. Looking inside, Jackowitz. The turnaround. No good. Oh! And Patrick Behan will be called for the foul. He came out of nowhere looking for that rebound and made a little contact with Toomer.
Hey, Beham's a big guy. He was going to the basket hard for offensive rebound, and he just knocked Kenny Toomer over.
This guy's 6'7", 240 pounds.
He's a very big guy.
He's from Ireland, but he did play some high school ball at St. Mary's in Maryland. Game knotted at 18, 5:15 remaining first half. Toomer in the paint. Turnaround, and it's good.
Hey, Kenny Toomer gets the ball in that close, that deep in the paint, you can chalk up the 2 points. Now California has the lead, but they're still going to have to be patient on defense. They can't try to force nothing.
Shot clock at 22. Still plenty of time for pace. Game clock at 4:30. Jackowitz kicks it back out deep for 3. Gutierrez in his face, and he hits it.
Hey, that was good defense right there by Ray and Todd, both getting the hand up. Hey, Deeb just steps in, knocks down the shot.
Deeb now 1 of 3 from three-point land. 21-20. Pace on top. Toomer. He misses. And the rebound picked up by Patrick Behan. There's the cut.
There's the backdoor cut.
Santa Moro, the shot no good, and a foul over the back, and that'll be Behan's second. And very quickly, the big 6'7", 240-pound player from Ireland, 2 quick personal fouls. Rick Hill comes back into the ball game.
There it is right here. Behan just goes right over the back of Chad Scott. That was a good job by Chad Scott of blocking Behan, a guy that's much bigger than him.
Hill comes back into the ball game. He replaces Todd McLaughlin. And Scott.
Chad steps up to the free throw line with a lot of confidence and knocks down the first free throw.
Chad during the week worked on a new shot from the foul line a little bit. Instead of shooting off the palm of his hands like he has been doing and bricking, shooting now more with his fingertips. He's one of two.
That's a key thing to shooting anywhere on the court. You got to be able to control the ball with your fingertips.
Ball game knotted at 21. Toomer on the bench. 3:40 remaining, first half. Brisbane kicks it back out. Jackalets. Santa Mora.
So right there, Pace is being very patient on offense. They had been a couple times where they had easy opportunities to score.
And they call Chad Scott for the reach-in foul. Chad that time trying to be a little bit aggressive and poke that ball away. Pace at times frustrating California on defense.
Nobody saw the ball right there on California's defense. The guy cuts down the middle of the lane, gets a wide open layup.
Credit Baldini with the 2 points. 23-21. Pace on top, and Timmy Pace sort of setting the pace, if you want to say.
Yeah, they're setting the pace right now. It's a very low scoring game, something California's not very used to.
Hill mishandles it out of bounds. Pace basketball. So the setters will bring it down once again.
Right there, I think Brisbane got a hand on that ball, and Rick Hill just couldn't control it after he handled the ball.
Deeb with the backdoor pass. He converts it. Pace by 4, 25-21. And Kirkland throws it away. He was looking for Gutierrez.
Right there, James Kirkland anticipated Ray Gutierrez sliding down to the lower corner, but Ray did not slide down. He was sliding up to the open space.
The crowd now starting to get into it a little bit. The pep band starting to get a little loud. Santa Mora, he connects on a 3, and California is down by 7.
That was a real deep three-pointer right there by Santa Mora.
Toomer, the passing lane closes in a hurry, and a foul called, and it's going to be against Pace, I believe. No, they're walking the other way.
I think it was on Kenny Toomer right there.
Tim, you look at that time. Toomer looking for the baseline pass. Pace very, very quickly closed down the lane and sort of forced California to make that foul as Toomer was a little bit upset, went after the ball in a hurry.
California is not being very patient right now on the offensive end. That time, Kenny Toomer tried to make a pass inside to James Kirkland. The pass just wasn't there.
We are under the 2-minute mark, under 2 minutes remaining in the first half. California trails by 7. Jackalets in the paint, that baby hook, and it won't go. But it's poked back out, and Deeb in the right place at the right time resets for Pace.
Let's just give Pace the opportunity to run some more time off the clock. That shot right there, I don't think that shot was going to go in. Chad Scott goes up and pins the ball up against the basket, and the ball goes in. When the ball's on the backboard, you just got to go ahead and leave it alone.
And Deeb gets credit for another hoop. California trailing by 9. 1.5 remaining. First half. Williams looking for some penetration. Gutierrez for 3, and he hits it.
There it is. California that time moved the ball around on the perimeter. Chris Williams does what he does best, break down the defense by penetrating, kicks it out to Ray Gutierrez, and he knocks down the three-pointer.
We're down to 1 minute remaining now. Pace, very monotonous at times, lulling California to sleep on defense.
California's just getting a little, seem like they're falling asleep some on defense. At times, they're pressuring the ball well, they're doing things well, then the next time they'll fall asleep, and that's when Pace gets a backdoor cut or get a wide open shot.
And credit Baldini with the basket. The shot clocks are off, so it looks like California now will take a page out of the Pace playbook
I think California's just going to slow this ball down and get the last shot. Let's go into the locker room on a positive note. Even though we're down, let's go in the locker room with a bucket on our side coming out. And second half, we're coming out with the ball.
Down to 10 seconds now. California trailing by 8. Gutierrez on the far side will bring it back across through the paint. Hanging through the air, and he gets the running one-hander. And we have come to the half at Hammer Gymnasium. The first round of the NCAA Division II Eastern Regionals. California trailing Pace University by a score of 32-26. Timmy and I will be back with more right after this. You're watching Channel 29 Sports on California University Television.
This is no ordinary workshop because it's filled with master mechanic hand and power tools from True Value hardware stores. From power tapes to circular saws, professional quality master mechanic tools can make the most of every job you face. And with their combination of power, dependability, and performance, they're building quite a name for themselves.
At Ernie Miller's Hardware and Variety in downtown California, Pennsylvania.
For 58 years, the Visa family has provided the Mon Valley with a selection of quality engineered Chryslers and Plymouth cars and vans, a great selection of clean used cars, and a 5-star service department. Hi, this is Bud Visa from Visa Motors, Chrysler, Plymouth, and Belle Vernon. I'd like to invite all of you to visit our store so we can show you our selection of new Chryslers and Plymouths and wide selection of used cars on our 50-car lot. While you're here, we'd also like you to take a look at our antiseptic service area. We especially look forward to your visit because at Visa Motors, we strive to have no unhappy customers. The Visa family cares about you as a customer.
58 years of satisfied customers is what Visa Motors is all about. Visa Motors, Chrysler, Plymouth, Broad Avenue, North Belle Vernon.
Brownsville General Hospital began serving area families. Today, Brownsville Hospital is an ultra-modern facility offering state-of-the-art health care. Brownsville's emergency room is available to meet the needs of the community 24 hours a day. Brownsville's highly experienced staff has the latest medical equipment and technology available so that you and your loved ones will receive prompt, efficient emergency care. Neighbors caring for neighbors. Brownsville General Hospital, state-of-the-art health care right here at home.
Touchdown, Mansfield!
Mr. Jones?
Yeah, kid?
You can have this, Mr. Jones. Really?
Thanks, kid.
See ya.
Hey, kid. Cat.
There's an easier way to get all your California University sportswear. Stop by the Campus Book Exchange. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and conveniently located on the lower level of the Student Union, the Campus Book Exchange carries a complete line of name-brand college apparel, including Wolf, Artex, and gear. They also stock everything else you'll need to be a star at California University.
Never mind, Mr. Jones. I'm going to the Campus Book Exchange.
The Campus Book Exchange, your one-stop bookstore.
Hey, kid! Kid?
In 1917, Brownsville General Hospital began serving area families. Today, Brownsville Hospital is an ultra-modern facility offering state-of-the-art health care. Brownsville's professional staff employs the latest technologies and procedures to provide you and your loved ones with the finest health care. From emergency room treatment on up through intensive care and skilled nursing facilities, Brownsville Hospital is here for you. Neighbors caring for neighbors. Brownsville General Hospital. State-of-the-art healthcare right here at home.
You know when it's right, you know when you feel it, baby. You hold it, you hear it, you taste it, it's right. You got the right one, baby. It's this irrepressibly lovable, unsurpassably quotable, and intimately soulful. You got the right one, baby.
With 100% NutraSweet.
Catch all the Vulcan action only on Channel 29.
Welcome back to halftime at California University of Pennsylvania's Hamer Gymnasium. The California Vulcans, the #1 team in the nation, the #1 seed in the Eastern region, trailing the #4 seed in the Eastern region, the Pace Setters of New York City by a score of 32-26. And Timmy, California really having some troubles against this Pace offense and defense.
Yes, on defense, they're pressuring the ball well, but at times they're falling asleep and Pace is getting easy backdoor cuts. And then when California's on offense, Pace is playing a zone defense. California's going to have to make that zone shift from side to side, so that'll make it easier for them to get the ball inside to their big people. And then if they don't get the ball inside, by making the zone shift from side to side, that'll give California opportunities for three-point shots by Ray Gutierrez and Chris Williams. So California's just going to have to be patient, because that's what Pace is doing. Pace is not forcing anything. They're being very patient on offense, and they're being patient on defense.
You look, California was 3 of 5 from three-point land. Ray Gutierrez hitting 2, Chris Williams 1. A couple of those brought California to within a tie for the lead, or put them in the lead at one point. California overall shooting 43.5% from the field. You look at Pace, though, Timmy, 58%. That's hard to top.
Yes, when you're shooting 58% from the field, and you're holding your team to the team that you're playing against shooting 43%, hey, you got a good opportunity to win. And right now, we talk about rebounds. We got Kenny Toomer and James Kirkland, two great rebounders right here, let alone Rick Hill also. They're being out-rebounded right now by 15-10 by Pace.
The leading scorers, Matt Baldini of Pace with 9. Kenny Toomer and Raymond Gutierrez of California, 8 each. John Deeb of Pace with 7. Kirkland with 5. And Santamaro and Jacklich with 6 each for Pace. The leading rebounders, California, Kirkland and Toomer, 3 and 2 respectively. And for Pace, it's Jacklich with 4, Deeb and Brisbane with 3 each. Baldini has 3, and nobody is in foul trouble, Timmy. We're just about ready to get set. Pace will inbound the ball. The same 5 on the floor for California that started: Hill, Gutierrez, Williams, Toomer, and Kirkland.
And California just smacked the floor, and that usually means it's time to pick up the defensive intensity.
One thing for California, they must be very, very patient on defense this half. And as well, it's the same way at the offensive end. They cannot force any bad shots. This Pace team, very, very meticulous when they shoot. They only take an open shot, and they're content to hold that ball for 39 or 40 seconds before they even make a move for the basket.
California's going to have to stay in the passing lanes, just like right there. Kenny Toomer slid over into the passing lane. He got a steal.
And Pace very quickly gets back on defense. Toomer through the lane. He gets the bucket. California draws first blood this second half as well. They opened the game that way. California drew first blood. Now they trail by 4. 1 minute gone by, second half. The same 5 on the floor for Pace that began.
Right there, that was another easy backdoor. And Baldini could have taken that shot right there, but he knew somebody was on him, so he decided not to take that shot.
And Jacklich front rims it. Boy, can't get any closer than that and miss. Williams down the other end now for California. Back to Toomer. Hill driving the baseline. Excellent body control. They call a jump ball. Possession arrow still favors California, though.
That's a good drive right there by Rick Hill. He drove through the baseline, went a little too deep, and should have just kicked the ball back out instead of trying to take the ball in for
the five on the floor for Pace: D, Baldini, Jakulich, Santamoro, and Brisbane. Hill through the lane, the lay-in, and we trail by 2.
That was a good pass right there by James Kirkland. Chris Williams throws the ball inside to James Kirkland. The double team comes on James Kirkland. Rick Hill just goes down the center of the lane, and it was a nice pass back to Rick Hill by James Kirkland.
Timmy, you look at California. There's the backdoor cut. Boy, they set that up beautiful. Hey. Baldini finishes it.
Right there. That's what's hurting California right now. California is allowing Pace to get these easy backdoor cuts.
Timmy, you look at California, one thing that's good about them, they always appear to be a better second half team than they are in the first half. But you got to wonder, when will they finally be tested to the full extent? They haven't really been tested yet. This might be the game. It's going to have to show how well their patience pays off here tonight. Hill gets his own rebound after the miss. Back up with it off the glass. He misses there. And 2 Pace guys get in there against the bigger Toomer and Kirkland and pull down a rebound.
Right there, that was a good drive right there by Rick Hill. He got inside the lane, he just didn't convert the bucket.
Out of bounds remains Pace basketball. Pace on top, 34-30. 17.5 remaining in regulation. Should we go to overtime? Brisbane, he's been quiet. Just a couple of points for him tonight. We have him for 4. Deep from Jakulich, and it won't go over the back called, and that's going to go against number 34, Matt Santamoro.
That was Santamoro right there. He was attacking the offensive boards, and he just goes over the California player's back.
Three minutes into the second half, California trailing by 4. Williams to Gutierrez. Now looks inside Kirkland. And he gets it.
There it is. California right there. Chris Williams gets the ball on the top of the key. He shallow cuts to the right. Skip passes it over to Ray Gutierrez, and he gets it inside to James Kirkland. The shallow cut was what made that play because Chris Williams made Pace's defense shift from one side of the court to the other. The shallow cut and the skip pass.
Deep. Santamoro back out to Brisbane now. Brisbane, the senior leader. The ball is stripped. Williams picks it up for California. Pace gets back quickly, though, so California will have to pull it out. Kenny for 3 straight on, and he hits it. California takes the lead by 1, 35-34. And right there, the senior for California takes control. Rick Hill urges for the crowd to get into it. And boy, Timmy, this place really beginning to erupt now.
Hey, that was a good job right there by California on defense. They were patient. They was in the passing lanes. They get a steal. Chris Williams brings the ball down the court, shifts, goes off to his left, leaves the top of the key wide open. Kenny Toomer gets the ball and knocks down a 3-point shot.
And because of that, Daryl Holleran of Pace wants the timeout. He wants to talk things over. Timmy, California went into half looking almost lethargic on offense. They come out this second half. Boy, they're a rejuvenated team.
Hey, I'm sure they're winning at halftime. Coach Boone told these guys what they had to do. They had to be patient on offense. And they came out, they picked up the defensive intensity. They get a steal, get a couple steals, and they take a lead right now. But they still have to be patient on offense because the lead is not big enough for them to start to try to attack and start running their fast break and getting out of what they're normally doing right now.
Timmy, you know against the zone on offense, you want to be very, very patient because sooner or later things will break down in that zone defense and you can get that easy basket. California now comes out and says, listen, we're going to take the 3-pointers if they're going to give it to us. And right there, KT sticks it in a big way.
Hey, see a lot of people don't realize that Kenny Toomer can step up and knock down a 3-point shot. Kenny Toomer was standing at the top of the key wide open. He steps up and knocks down the 3-point shot. It gives California the lead.
In fact, from the 3-point land, Kenny Toomer 8 of 22 on the year. Just over 33% from him. So he's not afraid to take it. Jakulich. Now Deeb will bring it around. Slowing things down once again for Pace.
There it is. Pace is still not forcing anything.
Now a good move that time, switching Kirkland, putting him out on the little guy, trying to force a turnover.
Yeah, but
Deeb gets around Kirkland, gives it off. Baldini misses the three, but the rebound is controlled by Pace once again.
And Pace just brings the ball back out and runs some more time off the clock.
Deeb. Jacklich, is he going to take it? Oh, he can't convert it. Loose ball, and Rick Hill comes down with it. That ball up above that rim.
Good defensive job right there by Kenny Tillman in the paint.
And Williams trying to get a little bit of better penetration, but nothing opening up at all.
There it is. Now.
And steps called on Rick Hill.
Right there, Pace went into a man-to-man, and Rick Hill tried to force the action just a little too much, and he gets called for a walking.
As soon as Rick went to the inside, Jacklich and Santa Morrow, that time collapsing down, forcing Rick to travel. There they go. They're gonna look for that cutter again. Running an inverted weave, there's the cutter. And finishing it is Brisbane.
There was another backdoor cut right there.
So Pace on top by 1. Skip it over to Gutierrez. Toomer. And he hits it.
There it is. The skip pass is wide open. Chris Williams right there does the same thing. The shallow cut. Skip passes the ball over to Ray Gutierrez. Kenny Toomer's wide open in the middle of the lane. That's what I meant earlier when I was saying that California has to make the defense rotate from side to side.
You can see it in Kenny's eyes. He wants that ball when the game's on the line. He's going to stick them for California. You get that feeling right now, Timmy.
Kenny knows his role. His role is to be a scorer on his team, and that's what he's doing. And he's also...
Oh, Rick Hill comes down very, very hard. A collision. You're going to get that, though. You're going to go for that ball. People are going to come down hard. But Rick, he's a trooper. He gets up as well as Santa Morrow for Pace. Those two hit very, very hard.
Rick's a hard guy. A little bump like that's not going to hurt him.
Hobbling a little bit. He'll stay in. California on top by 1. 13.5 remaining in regulation. Kirkland, and it's going to be offensive. He threw an elbow there, Timmy. You knew that. But give some credit to Jacklich. He might earn an Academy Award with that fall down, too.
That was a good job by Jacklich acting a little bit. I don't think James Kirkland went into him that hard to knock him down like that.
The towel boy comes up, mops up the floor.
The fans are not too proud with that call by the official.
Well, you know, Timmy, it's not the official's job to clean the floors. They'll tell you that. They don't like to do it. They don't get paid to do it. A lot of them won't do it. Deeb to Brisbane. Brisbane with 6 points, all coming off cuts when he's been wide open and going toward the basket. For 3, Deeb, and he drains it.
Right there, Chris Williams lost his man on the screen where Brisbane went to, Deeb went to set a screen, and he slipped the screen, and he was wide open.
And Kirkland through the paint. A blocking foul will be called against Jacklich. So James will go to the line.
Right there, Coach Boone just told his team he don't want them to be switching on the screens. He wants these guys to stay with their man.
Well, it appears James will not go to the line. It was before the shot. That'll be the 3rd team foul for Pace, the 2nd on Jacklich. Hill thought about it.
That was a good job, Rick. He was being very disciplined right there. He had the shot. He could have shot the ball, but he knows that he's not one of the scorers on the team. He needs to get the ball into one of the scorers on California's team right now.
Pace doing an excellent job with their zone, making it almost impossible for California to get that ball on the inside. They do that time, And Kirkland off balance throws up an errant shot, and Pace corrals it. They lead by 2. And then another long journey up the court for Pace. Pace running their version of the Division II Princeton. Princeton's made it so effective over the years. Pace now trying to do the same, carry it to the next level. California trying to get there as well. And a great block by Kirkland. Toomer pulls it down.
Good help side right there by James Kirkland to come over and block that shot.
Williams looking for penetration, nothing there. And a foul called in the paint. Brisbane distraught, he wants an explanation from the referee.
A foul called on Brisbane when James Kirkland gets the ball on the block right there. Brisbane try to help down and he gets called for the foul.
That'll be Brisbane's 3rd. So he's in a little bit of foul trouble. 11, well, just under 12 minutes remaining here in the second half. That'll be their 4th team foul. California only 1 team foul so far this half. Williams, the penetration, is it there? No. Gives the Hill off the baseline. He gets the lay-in.
That's a good drive right there by Rick Hill. He gets the baseline, goes down, squares his body to the backboard, and lays it up real soft.
We are knotted back up at 39 apiece. 11 and a half remaining in regulation. The ball work again by Pace. Deeb going to pull it back out. Nothing doing along the baseline. Shot clock at 20. Feeds it inside.
There's that little slip to screen again.
The 3 on the way, and it is hit. Santomaro, this kid really lighting it up from three-point land. On the year, he's shooting 32%, but boy, he's been on fire tonight. I've counted him for about 2 or 3. Ray short with his.
That was Ray's first shot in the second half right there. Here we got 10 minutes and 45 seconds to go. You got your best three-pointer. He's just taking his first shot in the second half.
Got to give Pace credit on defense, bottling up the California guards. Really taking California out of their game. 42-39 in favor of Pace. The cutter again.
And that right there, that was just a straight cut. It wasn't a screen, wasn't a backdoor cut or anything. James Kirkland just did not get above his man, between his man and the ball. He just lost track of where his man was.
And Boone calls a timeout. 10-13 remaining. And Timmy. And it seems every time California comes down, they get the lead, then they almost turn a little bit laxed on defense, and they can't do it against this Pace team because Pace will make them pay.
California cannot get relaxed on defense. They got to keep up the pressure. They got to stay focused on what they're doing on defense, because when they become relaxed and fall asleep a little, that's when Pace get one of those backdoor cuts and get a wide open layup.
Pace doing an excellent job on defense. They only limit their opponents. They only allow their opponents to score 49 points a game. California at 39. We have 10-13 remaining, and it's going to be a very, very crucial 10 minutes here for California. They got to start doing the little things that brought them here, Timmy. The post exchange, if they can get it. If not, use the perimeter game perhaps. Maybe go with 3 guards a little bit if you're going to have to do something.
Right now, I think California's going to have to make some skip passes more. That was very successful for them earlier in the second half. Chris Williams came down the court and skip passed it over to Ray Gutierrez, and they got 2 buckets right there. So I'm thinking that they're going to have to make some skip passes to make this defense shift so they can get the ball inside for some easy buckets.
You know what they say, Timmy? A good team will always find a way to win, while you give a team a reason to lose, and they will. Right now, Pace on top of surprising California here. But California, we've seen them before. They've pulled it out of their back pockets. Can they do it again? Toomer, he wants that ball. Give him the ball.
There it is. California didn't use the skip pass that time, but they made the defense shift from side to side. Rick Hill brings the ball from the corner all the way up to the top on the outside of the zone, and Kenny Toomer's wide open in the pace.
Now from 10 minutes in here, Timmy, this is where Pace is very, very dangerous. You got to limit them to 1 shot and 1 shot only. Don't let them get any of their rebounds. And Brisbane hanging, almost gets a shot to go, but it doesn't fall. He will go to the line, though.
That foul right there was by James Kirkland. It was a good foul. James Kirkland did not allow Brisbane to get the shot off. Brisbane had to work hard to get the shot up, and Brisbane did not make the shot. So Kirkland's making Brisbane earn these 2 points at the free throw line.
And he gets the first. Brisbane on the year. An 82% shooter from the stripe. There's a shot of head coach Jim Boone. Doesn't like what he sees so far. They miss.
Pace as a team is not a very good free throw shooting team. They're only shooting 67% on the year.
And a lane violation is called, so Brisbane will get another chance at it. You don't like to see that, Timmy.
You don't like to see that. When you get a lane violation, that's nothing but mental. That's a mental mistake there. You just got to concentrate on what you're doing.
And he makes California pay. Pace by 5, 9.5 remaining. Hill, Toomer, off the glass. He uses that glass so well, and he has excellent, excellent body control in the paint. We've seen it from him all year long. Right now, you see the intensity in his eyes, Timmy. He wants that ball.
He wants the ball every time he gets down the court now, because Kenny Toomer gets the ball in the paint. He's deadly. It's very hard to stop Kenny Toomer once he gets the ball low in the paint.
Toomer 5th in the nation in scoring. Jakulich, batted away. California in the midst of a little mini run, perhaps. Williams will bring it down.
Chris Williams slows down.
And Toomer for 3. Back rims it. And they call a foul.
They call a push in the back on Rick Hill right there. Brisbane had Rick Hill blocked out, and the officials seen a push by Rick Hill.
There's a shot of Darryl Holleran, the head coach of Pace University. That call brings a chorus of boos from the fans here at California. 3-point Pace lead. Timmy, perhaps that shot by Kenny a little bit errant. That really didn't need the 3 right there. He could have worked it for a 2.
That shot right there, it's probably a good shot if California would have made a couple passes. You can get that shot every time down the court. California got to come down and work the ball around some.
James. It won't go. Toomer with the rebound. And he knocks it down. California trails by 1. Now this seems to be the point here. California either gets within 1 or leads by 1, and they get a little bit lax. They can't afford to do it here. Brisbane back out.
Yes, this is where California, the last time California took the lead, they got laxed on defense, and they gave up a couple easy backdoor cuts.
Jakulich for 3, no good. Deeb misses the 3.
Okay, now California's got to come down, be patient, and get a good shot. And let's take a lead right here. See if we can get a good shot so we can take a lead.
Ray feeds it inside to James. Now California, the patient one on offense. Hill the baseline, and it won't go. And Hill with the save. But Brisbane does a good job to get his leg in front of it, kick it to an opponent, it was rather a teammate. And they want a timeout. 7:16 remaining in this one. You saw Rick Hill, excellent move along the baseline, just couldn't get the shot to fall, and then very quickly, 4 Pace players right there underneath the basket, Timmy, and they took away the rebound from California.
Hey, right there, that was a good drive by Rick Hill down the baseline. He did that same move earlier, and he made it, so why not try it again? This time, he just did not convert the bucket. California did not have anybody going to the offensive boards but Rick Hill. Rick Hill tries to save the ball. None of his teammates are there. Pace gets the ball back.
Online tonight, a chance to play for the regional championship tomorrow evening, beginning at 8 o'clock. The winner of this one will play Philadelphia Textile, who in a very high-paced game beat. Forget who they beat.
St. Rose.
St. Rose, College of St. Rose. Thank you, Timmy. My mind went out of track there. St. Rose College by a score of 80-73.
Don't worry.
Or 83 to 70, rather.
Don't worry, buddy. We all do that once in a while.
Right now, Boone in the huddle. Timmy, what could he possibly be saying?
I'm sure he's telling those guys that past couple shots that they took right before Rick Hill's layup was a little too quick. We can get that shot every time down the court. Let's come down the court and make Pace work some on defense.
You saw what California did in the first half, Timmy. Excellent defense caused Pace to run out the 45-second clock twice, and almost another time they had to force up an errant shot. California really hasn't been able to do that this half. They got to start picking it up a little bit on defense. Out of bounds, California ball.
There it is. James Kirkland's in the passing lane. I said it all night. If California stays in the passing lane, they can get some steals and cause Pace to make some turnovers.
McLaughlin, the ball, very high dribble.
And with Todd McLaughlin in the lineup, you see Pace goes right back to a man-to-man. Giving Rick Hill the outside shot.
Toomer, nice pass to Kirkland, and California takes the lead once again.
Now California's got to come down on defense and stay focused on what they're doing on defense. They can't fall asleep and allow Pace to get an easy layup.
You see California. All guns are firing now. No easy shots. Brisbane to Jakulich, the baby jumper, and it's good. That time Pace had to work for it though, nothing easy that time. Jakulich right in the paint where he's been all night long, just able to convert on a little baby turnaround.
I'm sure a lot of people's out there wondering, why is Kenny Tillman playing behind Jakulich all this time? The reason he's playing behind Jakulich on defense is that nobody's on California's team is going to be helping down, so he's got to stay between him and the ball, him and the basket on defense.
And the basket does not count. A charge is called on Rick Hill. And down is Jakulich, slow to get up, but he does get up. The basket does not count. Williams checks back into the ballgame for Rick Hill. The 5 on the floor for California. Williams, Gutierrez, McLaughlin, Toomer, and Kirkland. So right now, California, Timmy, they're going with a 3-guard offense.
Going with a 3-guard offense so he can move the ball around some on the offense. And Rick Hill's not a threat to shoot the ball from the outside. With Tom McLaughlin in here, he's a threat to shoot the ball.
Oh, a beautiful move to contain it by Baldini. They wanted a double dribble.
That was a double dribble right there. The officials missed that call right there.
California stepping it up on defense once again. We're down to 5:20 remaining. Baldini.
Charge.
And a charge.
That's a good rotation by Ray Gutierrez, rotating to the baseline to take that charge right there.
California can come down now and take the lead once again. The score, 48-47 in favor of Pace. And a whistle away from the ball. And a foul called against Jakulich, I believe. Him and Toomer mucking it up on the inside.
That was on Burt Brisbane.
Oh, Brisbane. So that's going to be his 4th, Timmy. You see the shot of Daryl Halloran once again.
I'm sure Coach Halloran's going to just keep Brisbane in the game right now. Cannot afford to take Brisbane out.
Toomer doesn't go. Kirkland gets the rebound, and he stuffs it home. Right place, right time for J.K.
Good offensive rebound right there by James Kirkland, and he goes back up to the board strong with it.
The backdoor cutter. And they call a foul on Kirkland. A little aggressive. He was pumped. He wanted the block. They call him for the foul.
Here's the dunk right here by James Kirkland. Just the offensive rebound, goes back up strong with it.
The ball falls right into his hands. I tell you what, Timmy, playing a game like this makes you age about 10 years.
Oh, this is a good game. This is the type of games you want to play in when you're a player. You like the close games where the fans are into the game. Everything's exciting. This is what college basketball is all about.
Matt Santamuro makes the first, the second one, and he gets it. Pace by 1. California has been playing catch-up this whole half. And a walk.
I don't agree with that call right there. That just wasn't a good call right there.
Now California faces a stiff test here on defense. Timmy, this game very reminiscent of the days when there was no shot clock in college basketball.
It's like a former North Carolina game. I'm just waiting for somebody to shoot a two-hand set shot.
Out of bounds, California.
Good job right there by Todd McLaughlin. He's in the passing lane, deflects the ball, and goes off of Brisbane. It's a good job right there by Todd McLaughlin.
Brisbane has not been playing well tonight. Limited to under 10 points so far, 4 personal fouls and a couple turnovers. But Jack Litch and the others have picked up this Pace team. Toomer has it stripped, regains it, and then tied up, possession arrow, Pace.
Right there, Kenny Toomer didn't have anything to do with it. He decided to put the ball on the floor, and Deeb came over and got a hand on the ball, and Pace just ties Kenny Toomer up.
California cannot catch a break, it appears. Rick Hill checking in, replacing Todd McLaughlin. So California now going to their bigger lineup for this final 3:52. They trail by 1. Pace, the 4th seed in the Eastern region. California, the number 1 seed. Williams with the steal, quick hands. And they're in, California by 1.
There it is, good defensive pressure on Deeb by Chris Williams. And Deeb turns the ball over and Chris Williams gets an easy layup.
The crowd getting into it now. You can hear this paid crowd, a big one on hand here tonight. Deeb. Nice ball work inside to the big guy. Santa Muro converts it. Pace by 1. 3 minutes. Pace hanging on to California's neck like an albatross.
Hey, California's doing a good job on defense right now, and Pace is also doing a good job. This is turning out to be a great basketball game. Here's the defensive pressure by Chris Williams, and he gets an easy layup right there. And Kenny Toomer was there just in case he missed.
Toomer. Loose ball. And Pace corrals it.
Hey, that was a good job by Deeb for Pace. He smacks the ball right to Brisbane, and Pace gets the ball.
And Pace, they could have ran down the court on a fast break, but they pulled it back again. Deeb, the left-handed lay-in.
That was good layup by Deeb. He reverses layup, reverses his hand, so Kenny Toomer does not have the opportunity to block the shot.
This game's going down to the wire. The post exchange, Toomer, and the foul. Boy, you see Toomer's footwork there, Timmy. He just knew exactly where he was on the court, where the basket was. The ball barely touches his hand, and he kisses it off the glass.
Hey, that was a good hard post up right there by Kenny Toomer. It was a nice pass by James Kirkland. And like you said, Kenny Toomer knows where he's at on the floor. He doesn't have to bring the ball down and just goes right up to the basket with it.
Toomer from the line, a 64% shooter. This one perhaps will be his biggest so far as a member of this Vulcan squad. This could tie up the game. And he misses, in and out.
Hey, the crowd got so quiet right there.
You could have heard a pin drop. Still, Pace with the 1-point margin. This game's been changing hands in the past 5 minutes several times.
One thing California does not want to do, they don't want to start getting in the passing lane where they start lunging for the ball.
Out of bounds, and it remains Pace's ball.
Good hustle right there by Mr. Hustle, Rick Hill.
Now, Timmy, 15 seconds for Pace to do what they like to do in 45. The shot clock remains at 15 seconds, so they're going to have to get the ball in and perhaps speed things up. We've seen them in the first half. This is where they had their troubles.
I'm sure Pace has seen this situation an awful lot this season. I'm sure that they're mature enough right now to know what they have to do. California has to be more mature than them on the defensive end, though.
And a foul is called against Gutierrez as Baldini was driving the baseline. So Baldini will go to the line. This a real nail biter. 1 minute, 48 seconds left. Baldini hits the first. On the year, Baldini, a 72% shooter. And he hits them both. It's a 3-point difference. Pace on top. Timmy, does Cal go for the three here?
They don't need to go for a three. They can just get the ball inside and let's get a bucket. There's enough time left in this game. They're going to get the ball back some. They don't have to come down the court and go for a three-point shot.
And a foul called on Williams. And really, that's not a bad foul there, Timmy.
Nah, I disagree with you there. You don't want to foul that far away from the basket and gives this guy opportunity to step up to the free throw line and put the game back up by 3.
Now Pace in the bonus, they will be shooting the 1-and-1 the rest of the way. Deeb at the line. On the year, a 66% shooter. And he misses.
Well, maybe that was a good foul, huh?
It appears that way now. California will bring it down. 1:20 remaining. They trail by 1. Kirkland is going to give it back to Williams. Williams looking for some penetration. Has to pull it back out now. Kicks it out to Ray. Shot clock down to 20. The post exchange. Kirkland. And it doesn't go, but he grabs his own rebound. And he finishes it.
That was a nice, strong move right there by James Kirkland. He gets the ball the first time, he puts it up. He doesn't give up, he goes back for the ball.
44 seconds and a timeout. Timmy. California leading by 1, 57-56, but there is a 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot clock reads 40, the game clock 44.
There it is. Kenny Toomer gets the ball, lobs it inside to James Kirkland. James puts it up, doesn't give up. He keeps going for the ball and goes up strong with it and take the lead for California with 44 seconds left in the game.
A 1-point lead. We have seen one heck of a ball game here tonight. Timmy, what does California do now in terms of defensive alignment here against Pace? You know, Pace is going to be very meticulous once again. It's just a matter of time.
California cannot come out and try to force anything on defense. They got to be patient, play good defense, do not allow any backdoor cuts, and they can't foul right now. You got 44 seconds left. You're going to get the ball back. Just be patient on offense, on defense. Let's play good defense, stay in the passing lanes, and let's not give up any easy buckets. And if we do give up an easy bucket, let's foul hard, making sure that they do not score when you're fouling.
The Vulcans by 1. 44 seconds left in this one. The Eastern Regional Semifinal from Hammer Gymnasium on the campus of California University. California playing in front of a home crowd. The crowd now at their feet. Pace will inbound. They do. Very, very slow. Jakovlitz.
I like this, man.
And another timeout. Pace was so bottled up by California's defense, they were forced to take another timeout.
I like the intensity that's in the gym right now. This is a good atmosphere to be playing basketball in.
If you could only go up and lace them up one more time, Timmy, huh?
Yeah, if I could lace it up one more time.
You can hear the crowd behind us. A packed house. California, the #1 team in the Eastern region, leading the #4 ranked team. by 1, 57-56.
Got a California stat cheerleader in front of us here that's performing.
The crowd getting in.
He's a stud.
They always say, Timmy, the last 2 minutes of a basketball game, especially college, is always the most fun to watch.
It's always.
And we have seen a heck of a minute and a half anyway so far.
Hey, the last couple minutes of a college basketball game can be the longest part of any of the game.
Down to 27 seconds now. Jackalets, they kick it back out. Off balance shot and it's good. We have 19 seconds. California will bring it down for one last push. Shot clocks are off. Williams to Kirkland, to Hill. Down to 10 now. Hill stripped away, but he's fouled. And that is it for Brett Brisbane. He is done.
That was a good foul right there by Brisbane because Rick Hill on the year shooting left from the free throw line.
Rick Hill from the line, 74%.
74% from the free throw line. These are probably the two biggest free throws. The biggest 1-and-1 free throw. No, two free throws that 1-and-1 that Rick Hill is going to shoot in his career.
You sound more nervous right now, Timmy, than Rick Hill.
Hey, I like this, man. I like this. He's just going to have to be relaxed, step up to the line, knock down these free throws. I've seen Rick step in practice, knock down free throws like it's nothing to it, so he can do it the same thing in this game. He's just got to step up and think, well, I'm in practice, I'm going to knock down these free throws.
Hadrag Behan will check in for pace. So they're going with a little bit of beef here. 8 seconds remaining. Rick Hill goes to the line, shooting the 1-and-1. Brisbane has fouled out. His night is done. The winner will play Philadelphia Textile tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. The loser, the consolation game against the College of St. Rose. We will let the crowd handle this.
Rick Hill steps up to the line and gets the job done.
Still, one more chance for Hill.
Now
he can put California up by 1.
He just got to step up and do the same thing he just did.
8 seconds remaining. And Pace putting on a little bit of a run. 4, 3, 2, and the ball lost in the paint.
That was a good job by Kenny Toomer, just diving on the ball and holding it. Game goes into overtime now.
Timmy, California has yet to play an overtime game this year, and now in the Eastern Conference Regional Semifinals, we will see their first overtime game of the year. This place is erupting. The fans getting all their money's worth here tonight. The game knotted at 58. California, Rick Hill, 1 of 2 from the line with 8 seconds remaining, sends this game to overtime.
Hey, the fans are really into it now.
You got to look here, Timmy. Perhaps this overtime period, you don't want to say it, but you have to, might play into the hands of Pace a little bit more because it's a shorter time that they have to control the ball. They still get the 45 seconds, but it's less. It's 1/4 of the 20 minutes that they have to control the ball in a regular period. And you're going to look for California to come down, and they are going to have to jump up and take Pace out of this game early in this overtime and really set the tone right now.
Hey, California's just going to have to come out and set the tone right here at the beginning of the game. They're going to have to get the offense, the tip, go down the court, score a bucket, pick them up defensively, and keep the pressure on them.
This is what March Madness is all about. Everybody glued to their seat here. There you see 5 minutes. Overtime period number 1. The score knotted at 58 apiece. The same 5 on the floor for California. Gutierrez, Williams, Toomer, Kirkland, and Hill. For Pace, the same 5 with the exception of Pedrag Behan, who replaces Brett Brisbane, who fouled out. And Timmy, that could be a big key for California right now. Brisbane not in there.
That could be a very big key for Pace right now, because Brisbane's one of the better scorers on the team. He's not in there now.
California wins the tip. Send it back out to Williams.
California's being very patient with the ball. That's good for them. Got to be patient with the ball.
Working against that zone. Hill steps up and he doesn't nail it.
That was not the shot that California wants. If you look at the coaching staff right now, all of them just shaking their head because they know that's not the shot that we need right now. Outside jump shot by Rick Hill.
Here comes Pace once again. The setters. Moving very meticulously around the key. And a whistle underneath, a foul called.
Foul called on Ray Gutierrez right there.
So that'll be the second on Gutierrez. And Baldini will go to the line once again. He misses, but they regain the possession. Excellent above the rim tip back to Baldini. 4 minutes now remaining in this first overtime period.
Good move right there, bud.
Jacklitz with the left-hander.
Good move.
He's been in that paint all night long. Kirkland, Toomer, he wants that ball.
It's prime time. This is the time for Kenny Toomer to get the ball.
And he knots this game back up.
You can see the intensity in Kenny Toomer's face. He wants the ball down the court now.
He's a player. He's the money man, the go-to player, whatever you want to call it. He's Mr. Everything to this California team. The backdoor cutter. And he misses. Oh boy, Timmy. California gets a big break there.
Yeah, that was a big break right there for California.
You seen Baldini. He had Gutierrez with his back toward Jacklitz, and he just took off for the basket, and Gutierrez couldn't catch up, but Baldini missed it, and Gutierrez converts at the other end. California with the lead, and 3 minutes remaining in this first overtime. 62-60. Behan, get it over to deep. Pace, still not rushing a thing. Big slanter, Kirkland in the passing lane, and the dunk.
I said it all night. If California gets in a passing lane, they can get some easy buckets.
Now the table is turned on Pace, and they throw it away again. James with the finish. What a turn of events. Pace, and they run a timeout, and they get it. Boy, though, Timmy, talk about Pace dominating for 40 minutes of a ball game. California able to hang in there, knot it up. They go to overtime, and then they come down. Gutierrez hits a two-pointer, and then Pace comes down, throws the ball away, and from then on, Pace comes up the court, sensing they're going to have to rush things now because they're trailing by 4, throw the ball away again, and California now sits pretty. 2:05 remaining with a 6-point lead.
Hey, California's done the job tonight on defense. They've been patient on defense in this overtime period, and this is what gets them this 6-point lead now. Here's the dunk by James Kirkland.
And then on the ensuing inbound, Pace would bring the ball up, and James would be once again in the passing lane, and he finishes it off at the other end. There you see the California fans out in full force tonight. Should California hang on and win, they will take on Philadelphia Textile tonight, or rather tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Textile, an 83-70 winner over College of St. Rose. And Timmy, these three other teams, they've played each other 2 times each this season and a 3rd time in the playoffs. So the 3 teams are no stranger to themselves. California has never seen these teams so far this year, though.
California hasn't seen these teams this year. They haven't seen an overtime this year, and they're taking it well.
Rick sticking his tongue out now a little bit, getting into it. Pace a little bit flustered, it appears.
And they're still being patient with the ball. Down by 6, and they're still being patient.
And Baldini, being the floor director, he's going to take it. Gives it off. And Jackalick with the lay-in.
Now California can slow the ball down and make Pace come out and pick them up. They don't have to force anything.
And that's exactly what California is going to do. They're going to spread it out the 4 corners. Shot clock at 22. California is not going to move, Timmy, till about the 15-second mark on the shot clock.
Hey, they may not even move till a little bit later than that.
There they go, 15, they move.
They want to get a shot when it's like 5 or 6 seconds left on the clock.
Down to 7. 5, Toomer for 3, off balance, no good. Under 1 minute remaining now. California by 4. Pace, they can't afford to be fooling around now with it, Timmy. They're going to have to pull it all out.
No, they can't afford it now. It's too late in the game for them to fool around with being patient with the ball.
And Jackalitz gets it to go. 37-second shot clock's off. California by 2. Boy, that 6 points comes in handy right now. And Pace finally fouls. 25 seconds remaining, and Toomer will go to the line.
Kenny Toomer on the year shooting 64% from the free throw line. So maybe that was a good foul right there by Pace, fouling Kenny Toomer, making him step up to the line and win this game.
Toomer, though, he has wanted the ball since halftime. The dominant factor for California tonight. An outstanding game. He nails the first.
Hey, was he happy or what? Huh? That guy wants everything.
As you can tell from the crowd, he hits them both. Pace will have to pick up the pace here. But Timmy, they're not doing it.
They're not doing it. They're still doing the same things that they normally do.
14 seconds left in the game. A 3-pointer, Jackalick, no good. And California will win the ball game. They call a foul. Jackalick that time pushed Toomer as they went for the rebound. We have 8 seconds remaining. California on top by 4. And California will win this ball game, Timmy. And they earned this ball game.
Yeah, they will win this ball game, but they know they were in a ball game tonight. This is not an easy task for California.
California really rose to the occasion, though, Timmy, when they had to. From the 10-minute mark in the second half on down, they stepped it up on defense, covered the passing lanes, and were able to convert when they had the opportunity.
And they just dominated in the overtime. And they dominated on the defensive end.
And Toomer misses the first, but still, you get a big smile out of that guy. He's giving 110%. You can tell, Timmy, they won the PSAC title. They were content with that. They want more.
Oh, they want everything.
And this is just one step on that way.
Hey, the PSAC is just one of California's goals.
7. and Pace through the lane. They're going to give it to him. Baldini giving him for the 2 points. And California will not even inbound. And they have just won the ball game. So California survives in the overtime by the margin, 69-66. Timmy and I will be back to wrap things up right after this. You're watching Channel 29 Sports on California University Television.
In 1917, Brownsville General Hospital began serving area families. Today, Brownsville Hospital is an ultra-modern facility offering state-of-the-art health care. Brownsville's emergency room is available to meet the needs of the community 24 hours a day. Brownsville's highly experienced staff has the latest medical equipment and technology available so that you and your loved ones will receive prompt, efficient emergency care. Neighbors caring for neighbors. Brownsville General Hospital, state-of-the-art health care right here at home.
What makes you cool is your attitude, your inner self. It's not the way your hair is cut. It's not the clothes you wear. Not the clothes you wear. It's not what you drink. You got that right. You got Pepsi for me? Who knew?
And welcome back to a very joyous Hamer Gymnasium on the campus of California University. Matt Lucas along with Timmy Brown. And Timmy, California was taken out of the game for 40 minutes, but still they managed to survive and get to an overtime period, and then from then really take it home themselves.
Yes, they were out of their game for 40 minutes. When it came to overtime, they picked it up on defense. They got an early bucket, went up by 2. They came down. James Kirkland got 2 steals, laid both of them up by 6, and that was the game from there.
You really got to credit to Kenny Toomer, who did a heck of a job the whole second half. He wanted that ball from the time the second half began. He was a senior, the go-to guy. He said, give me the ball, I'm going to win you this game. And James Kirkland really did an excellent job filling up the passing lanes numerous times, getting steals and coming down at the other end and converting.
And not only do you credit those 2 guys, James Kirkland and Kenny Toomer both did a great job tonight, but you also got to credit Rick Hill for stepping up when the game is on the line and knock down a free throw to take this game into overtime.
Next up for California, the Eastern Regional Final. They will take on Philadelphia Textile, who was an 83-70 winner today over the College of St. Rose in New York. That's tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, right here on Channel 29. Timmy Brown, along with Glenn Lewis, will bring you all that action. It'll be a fun-filled evening. Then California, perhaps, if they win that game, Timmy, they will be the Elite 8, and that'll be something that Coach Boone really wants.
I tell you what, this year Philadelphia Textile was number 1, while California was number 3. Now these 2 teams are going to meet, but they're in the opposite directions. California is number 1, and Philadelphia Textile is number 4. No better place to meet than in the championship of a regional.
So that'll be at Jim Dandy. That'll be tomorrow evening right here on Channel 29. That's all for this game here tonight. Once again, the final score, California 66. And I'm all nervous, Tim. I'm all excited. What's the final score? California winners 69-66. That'll do it from here. Matt Lucas along with my partner Timmy Brown. Good night, everybody.
Good night.